نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه وبعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. So here we are with our lesson number 10 of Ilmul Balagha, and we have been learning about Kalam Khabariya. In the last session, we learned about the intents or purposes behind Kalam Khabariya other than Lazim, Faidatul Khabar, and Faidatul Khabar. So let's continue. Here we learn about Kalam Khabariya, other intents or purposes. We learn about Al Istiham. We learn about Izharul Dafi, Izharul Hassi ala Sayyi wa Jiddi, Izharul Fakhr, and Izharul Huzn wa Tahassur. So we learn about these five um, intents other than Lazim Faidatul Khabar and Faidatul Khabar for Kalam Khabariya. So let's have a quick recap for what we have learned so far. And as you all know that we have been learning about, we started this session of Ilm al-Balagha, and we know that why there is an importance of Ilm al-Balagha in study of Quran. We know that we learn, that this Balagha, this science was developed in order to answer the questions, and the main answer, the question was, what makes a Quran mu'jiz, uh, this different from the other texts. So the founder of Balagha, that Abdul Qadir Jurjani, he wrote very beautiful books, the Dalail Ijaz and Isra Balagha, and it was his dedication, and you can say it's khidmat to his khidmat to Quran, that by doing these study of Balagha, considering the ways to analyze the Quran and to compare with other literature. So why we are learning Balagha, that so we can uh, you can say we can look at the whole language of Quran, of the beauty of Quran, with the aim of understanding that what makes a Quran so special, so gorgeous, and at the same time how to appreciate the meanings of the Quran and extract the meaning of the Quran. And ilm al-mani is that particular you can say the component of balagha that we have just started. So ilm al-mani, in which we can contemplate over the beauty of the meaning, the words of the meanings of the Quran, and extract the meanings. Um, and we can apply and we can learn how beautifully they are used in different contexts and meanings. So we started with Khabar wa Insha, and we learn about the two main components, that Musnad and Musnad Ilay, in the sentences Kalam Khabariya and Kalam Insha. And also, we have already learned about that what are the eight basic areas that we are going to learn in Ilm al-Ma'ani. Then, now we have been learning about Kalam Khabariya. We learn about the two basic types of Kalam Khabariya, Jumla Failiya and Ismiya. Jumla Failiya is always starting with a fail, and Jumla Ismiya starts with an ism. So here we learned about how the Musnad and Musnad Ilay are considered in Jumla Ismiya and Jumla Failiya. Then we also learn about Quyud, that besides Musnad and Musnad Ilay, there are Quyud in the sentences in Jumla Failiya or Ismiya, and they can be Adatu Shad, Adwat Nafi, Mafail, Hal, wa Nawasikh. Alhamdulillah. Then we learned about the two main purposes behind the Kalam Khabariya, Lazim Faidatul Khabar and Faidatul Khabar. And Alhamdulillah, we also in the last session, we did five main other intents or purposes that branched off from Kalam, this Lazim Faidatul Khabar and Faidatul Khabar. Al-Istirham, that asking for mercy, we did the examples for them as well. Izharu Dafi is acceptance of weakness and in a way asking for mercy as well. So إظهار الحث على السعي والجد, encouraging words about hard work and diligence. إظهار الفخر, when someone is expressing pride or he is boasting about his position or his status. إظهار الحزن or تحسر is announcement of the regret or sadness. So, Ramla, we did the examples for al-istirham, إظهار الضعف, then إظهار الحزن والتحسر, إظهار الحث على السعي والجد, and إظهار الفخر. So, inshallah, in the future, we will also look into these examples deeply. But as this is just an intro of Balagha, what is the study of Balagha? So, we are just introducing these terms so we will get familiar with them. And inshallah, in the advanced Balagha, we will go into each of them in detail. Inshallah. So, let's continue with lesson 10. And today we are going to learn about Kalam Khabariya, and inshallah we will learn what are what are these Kalam Khabariya according to the amount of the emphasis placed within the sentence. So this distribution of Kalam Khabariya is according to the emphasis placed in the Kalam Khabariya. So we can say when we look into a sentence according to the emphasis or according to what type of importance given to Kalam Khabariya, then we can divide Kalam Khabariya into three types. So last time we did the intents and purposes of Kalam Khabariya. Today we are going to learn about the types of Kalam Khabariya in which we can see the emphasis provided in that Kalam. So, according to that, it can be divided into three types. When a kalam khabariya or a khabar is ibtidai, or a khabar is talabi, or a kalam khabariya is inkari. So, what are these three types? So, types of kalam khabariya, as I mentioned to you, that it is broken into three different types according to the amount of emphasis placed within the sentence. And as I already mentioned, there are three types: खबर ibtidai, खबर talabi, and खबर inkari. So here you can see uh, these are three columns in which I have mentioned these three types of kalam khabariya. So let's see what is khabar ibtidai or kalam khabariya when it is called ibtidai. If the sentence has, or you can say the kalam khabariya has no emphasis, then this sentence will be known as khabar ibtidai. All right. So when you don't see any adwat tawqid, you can say then we say that this is khabar ibtidai or kalam khabariya. The examples are al muallimu qadimun, the teacher is coming, and al-ikhtibaru ghadan, the exam is tomorrow. So here you can see these two examples, and you can say that these are jumla ismiya. All right, so this is jumla ismiya, and we can say that there is no adwat tawqid or emphasizers, so we can call this sentence as kalam khabariya. All right, so this is a kalam a khabar ibtidai, where there is no emphasis or adwat tawqid in the sentence. Let's see the next type of kalam khabariya. It is called khabar at-talabi. If the sentence or jumla khabariya or kalam khabariya has one emphasizer, or you can call it the adwat tawqid, or you can say the harf tawqid, then this sentence will be called as al khabar at-talabi. Examples are innal, the same is these sentences are provided with one emphasizer in them. So innal muallama qadimun. Innal muallama qadimun. Indeed, the teacher is coming. So here you can see that this is one emphasizer and it is harf of nasab, that is making the next word in the nasab state or mansoob. And here you can see wallahi al-ikhtibaru ghadan. So this is by Allah, or this is kind of qasam, by Allah, the exam is tomorrow. It is a way of also giving a kalam khabariya. So here you can see one emphasizer in each sentence that is putting emphasis on the sentence, and it is innal muallama qadibun and wallahi iqtibarun qadan. So it is called a khabar Talabi or kalam khabariya, that is talabi. So when we have one emphasizer, we have this kind of kalam khabariya, khabar at talabi. Let's see the last one, al khabru inkari. If the sentence has 2 plus 2 or 2 plus emphasizers more than 2 adwat al then this sentence will be known as khabar inkari. Khabar inkari. The examples you can see, innal muallama laqadimun. Innal muallama laqadimun. Here you can see two emphasizer or two, you can say harf tawkid. And the next one is wallahi innamal ikhtibaru gadan. So here you can see the two emphasizer that are making the kalam khabariya khabar inkari. So alhamdulillah, today we learned about the three types of kalam khabariya according to the amount of emphasis placed within the sentence. And these types are khabar ibtidai, khabar talabi, and khabar inkari. When khabar ibtidai is when there is no emphasis, khabar talabi when there is one emphasizer, and khabar inkari is when there are two or more adwatu tawkid. And inshallah, in the next session, we will learn about those adwatu tawkid, that what are those adwatu tawkid that are put into kalam khabariya to put emphasis on the sentences. So I'll see you in the next session. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.